Making your first $100,000 in business feels like an uphill battle. It's exhausting, overwhelming, and at times you might wonder if you'll ever make it. But here's the truth. Getting to 100,000 isn't about doing 100 things. It's about doing one thing really, really well. Hey entrepreneurs, Cody Alexander here, and today I'm not just going to show you why your first 100,000 is the hardest. I'm going to give you the strategy to make it faster, simpler, and more predictable. It's called my Say One Thing strategy, and it's going to change the way you build your business. When you're starting out, it's tempting to think you need to do everything. You see other businesses with world-class websites, perfectly curated Instagram feeds, best-selling products, and marketing campaigns that seem effortless. And you think to yourself, I need to do all of that too, right? But here's the reality. Most people can't. You can't build a world-class website, maintain an influencer-level social media presence, create valuable products, jump on sales calls, write persuasive emails, handle fulfillment, manage customer service, and design a winning ad strategy all at the same time. It's just not hard. It's impossible. The truth is, unless you're secretly backed by a VC fund and you can hire an entire team of specialists to handle all of those things for you, trying to do it all yourself will burn you out faster than a candle at both ends. This is where most entrepreneurs actually get stuck. They try to juggle everything, spreading themselves so thin that they never make real progress in any one area. Their website isn't converting, their social media posts aren't gaining traction, and their product, it's good, right? But it's lost in the noise because there's no clear focus there. If that's where you are right now, let me say this. It's not your fault. You've been sold this lie that you have to do everything perfectly from day one to succeed. But the reality is, trying to be everything for everyone will only slow you down. The way to break free is to stop trying to do it all. Instead, focus on what truly matters. To hit your first 100,000, you don't need 100 things working okay. You need one thing working exceptionally well. This is where my Say One Thing strategy comes in. It's about cutting through the noise and putting 100% of your energy into one product, one message, and one channel to connect with your audience. Because when you focus, you create clarity, and clarity leads to momentum. And let's not sugarcoat it, right? Even doing one thing is hard, but trying to do everything, that's a recipe for frustration, wasted effort, and frankly, burnout, right? So write this down. You don't need to do it all, you just need to do one thing right. And that one thing starts with solving a clear problem for your audience in a way that makes them think, this is exactly what I need right now. If you can do that, and you can, I promise you'll be on your way to making your first $100,000 faster than you think. The truth is, making your first $100,000 doesn't just feel hard, it is hard. But what if I told you the real problem isn't the work itself, it's the way you're approaching it? I'm about to reveal a game changer that will turn your frustration into focus and your effort into results. See, the biggest hurdle isn't just figuring out what to sell. It's figuring out how to focus. You're pulled in a million different directions. You're trying to do too much, and you end up watering down your efforts. That's why my Say One Thing strategy is so powerful. It forces you to cut through the noise, simplify, and build momentum. So let's break it down. Now that you understand the importance of focus, I want to get tactical. One product. The first step is to focus on one product. Not three, not two, but one. Because if you're trying to be everything to everyone, you'll end up being nothing to no one. Here's the painful lesson I had to learn the hard way. There was a time when I actually launched a product variation, 3 different ones, and they were essentially the same product, right? I thought I was being smart and diversifying, and I gave them different names and brands and unique selling propositions, thinking I'd cast a wider net and increase my chances of success. Here's what actually happened. None of them worked. Instead of picking one idea, building with confidence and going all in, I spread my time, my energy, and my resources way too thin. Not only did the products underperform, I actually lost money on all 3 of them. This was a hard and expensive lesson. When you try to be everything for everyone, you end up being nothing to no one. What one product solves though is it gives you clarity. Instead of creating multiple mediocre, frankly, products, you focus all your effort on making one product exceptional. It allows you to truly understand your market, refine your messaging, and deliver the kind of value that makes your audience say, I need this. Because when you focus on one product, you simplify everything else. Your marketing, your messaging, and your business processes. And that clarity, it's what leads to confidence and ultimately success. Once you've committed to one product, the next step is to make sure your audience can see exactly why it's the solution they've been searching for. The second step is to craft one sales page that does all the heavy lifting for you. And that starts with crafting one crystal clear sales page, because a confused customer never buys. Let me share an example with you. Actually, one of our best performing sales pages was built around a single standout benefit. It wasn't cluttered with a laundry list of features or trying to appeal to every possible customer. Instead, we identified the one thing that was the most unique and important about the product, and we dialed that thing all the way up to 10. The headline, the hook, the testimonials, and the entire flow of the page revolved around that one single benefit. You see, it was bold, it was clear, and it worked. Over the past 2 years, that product alone has generated over $20 million in revenue and counting. Now, imagine if we had gone with a more, let's call it traditional approach, right? Trying to include every feature and benefit equally. It would have been a generic, forgettable, and worst of all, probably would have flopped, right? Because one sales page eliminates confusion. Customers don't want to be overwhelmed with options or buried in details. A focused sales page grabs their attention, shows them exactly why your product is the solution they need, and guides them effortlessly to the buy button. A laser-focused sales page doesn't just sell, it builds trust. Your customer feels understood, and that's what leads to conversions. Your sales page is like the stage. But what good is a stage without an audience? The next step you need is getting the right eyes on it. And that's where your ad comes in. And not just any ad, but one magnetic message that grabs attention, stops the scroll, and pulls your audience straight into your world. Create one ad that acts as the perfect entry point for your audience. Here's a mistake most people make. They try to cram too much into one single ad. They piece together a bunch of one-liners, trying to hit every angle, and the result is an ad that feels scattered, and really it's just ineffective. The key to a great ad, though, finding the one thing your product does better than anything else and making that your magnetic message. When you get it right, the ad practically writes itself. Here's how I know. When we create ads that focus on one core feature, the thing that truly sets the product apart, they perform exponentially better. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, the ad resonates deeply with the right audience. It creates congruency. Your ad isn't just a random piece of content. It's the first step in a seamless journey that flows into your sales page and then your product. When your ad aligns perfectly with your message and your offer, it's like opening a door that your audience is excited to walk through. A focus ad doesn't just attract clicks, right? It attracts the right clicks. When your audience feels aligned with your message, they're far more likely to convert. When you focus on one product, one sales page, and one ad, you're not just simplifying your business, you're creating momentum. Every part of your strategy works together, building trust, reducing confusion, and guiding your audience towards a clear and compelling solution. These questions are the foundation of your big idea. In fact, I need to go up, I need to reset. I really did not tee this up. And this is the meat. This is the gravy. And the best part, this isn't just a theory. I've seen it work time and time again. Not just for my own businesses, but for the countless entrepreneurs I've helped along the way. So here's your challenge. Pick one product, build one sales page, and write one ad. Focus all your energy on making those three things exceptional. It's not easy, but it is simple. And it's exactly how you'll hit your first 100,000 faster than you ever thought possible. Here's the thing. Even the best product, the best sales page, and the best ad won't work if they don't share one unshakable core. A big idea that captures attention and moves your audience to action. And that is where the magic truly happens. When it comes to creating a powerful message that resonates with your audience, it all boils down to answering three critical questions. These questions are foundations for your big idea. The core message that cuts through the noise and speaks directly to your customer. Let's dive into each one, break it down, and I'll show you how answering these questions not only clears the fog for your customer, but sets you apart as the obvious choice. First question you need to ask, why this thing? Here's the reality, right? Your customers are overwhelmed. They've been bombarded with offers and ads and products all day, every day, all promising to solve their problems. But most of these offers fall flat because they fail to answer the simplest question. Why this, right? This is where you have to get specific. Your product or service isn't just another option. It's the option. Show your audience why your solution is exactly what they've been searching for. Customers don't want to connect the dots themselves, right? If they're left wondering, why should I choose this? They won't choose it at all. Here's how you solve that. You need to highlight the unique features or benefits that make your product stand out. You need to address their pain points directly. What problem are they trying to solve? Make it clear that your product is the perfect answer. I actually remember working on a campaign for a product where we started broad, talking about all of its features and hoping one would stick, right? This goes back. Say one thing. It flopped, right? But when we zeroed in on the single standout feature, the one thing that solved the audience's biggest pain point, that campaign took off. Suddenly they could see why this was their solution. When your customer knows exactly why your product is the perfect fit, it eliminates hesitation. They're not just interested, they're ready to buy. The second question you need to answer, why now? Even if your audience believes your product is the perfect solution, there's still one more hurdle. Urgency. If they think they can wait, they will. That's why you need to answer why now. Creating urgency isn't about being pushy or manipulative. It's about showing the real cost of inaction. What will your customer miss out on if they don't act? What problem will persist or get worse if they wait? Procrastination is your enemy. Without urgency, even the most compelling offer will sit on the back burner. So, how do you solve that one? You need to highlight the consequences of waiting. What's at stake? Show them the benefits of acting now. Whether it's a limited time bonus, an exclusive offer, or the chance to solve their problem faster, one of the most successful campaigns we've ever run was for a product with a time-sensitive benefit. We didn't just mention the deadline, we built the entire campaign around that answer of why now. Customers weren't just interested, right? They were compelled to act immediately because they didn't want to miss out. Urgency transforms curiosity into action. When your audience feels the pull to act now, hesitation disappears. The third question you need to answer, why me? Even if your product is perfect and your timing is right, there's one final question your audience is asking. Why should I trust you? And frankly, do you blame them in the state of the internet today? This is where your unique authority, experience, and story all come into play. Your audience needs to know why are you the right person to guide them, solve their problem, or deliver results. The pain point that solves is in a crowded marketplace, trust is everything. If your audience doubts your credibility, they just won't buy. You need to share your story, your journey, your wins, and even your struggles. Show them how you've walked the path they're on right now. You need to highlight your results. Have you helped others achieve success? Showcase those wins. You need, finally, and this is the most important, you need to be relatable. Your audience doesn't just want an expert. They want someone who understands them. I've seen firsthand in my own business, early on, I was afraid to share my personal journey, my struggles, my failures, and how I overcame them. I'm a pretty private person, and that was really difficult. But when I started opening up, something shifted. My audience connected with me on a deeper level. They trusted me, not just because of my expertise, but because they knew I had been where they are now. When your audience shows why you're uniquely qualified to help them, they don't just buy your product, they buy into your vision. They trust you to lead them. When you answer these three questions, why this, why now, why me, your message becomes crystal clear. You're no longer just another option in a crowded market. You're the solution they've been waiting for. Here's the best part. This framework doesn't just clarify your message, it actually amplifies your confidence. When you know exactly what you're offering, why it matters, and why you're the right person to deliver it, that confidence shines through in everything you do. You gotta trust me. It's amazing how powerful that is. So take a moment and write these down. Why this thing? Why now? Why me? Answer them clearly, boldly, and frankly, unapologetically, and watch how your audience responds. Here's the biggest mistake I see all the time. Entrepreneurs create a product that solves one problem, a sales page that talks about something else, and an ad that doesn't even tie it all together. It's disjointed, and the customer feels confused or unsure. Congruency is the secret to trust and conversions. When your product, your sales page, and your ad all work together to communicate the same big idea, your audience feels understood, and they're far more likely to buy. The say one thing strategy also simplifies your business. You're not juggling multiple products, you're not tweaking a dozen ads, or you're wasting hours on unnecessary tasks. You're focused, you're clear, you're efficient. And that's the key to momentum. When you focus on one product, one message, and one sales process, you can pour all your energy into perfecting it. You'll start to see what works, improve faster, and scale with confidence. So, here's your blueprint for your first 100,000. Write this down. One product, one sales page, one ad, And then make sure everything you create answers these 3 questions. Why this? Why now? Why me? Focus all your energy on making these things exceptional. It's not easy, but it is simple. And it's exactly how you'll hit your first $100,000 faster than you ever thought possible. And when you do, that momentum will carry you straight to your next milestone and beyond. Stick to this framework and you'll not only hit your first 100,000, you'll build a business that's scalable, profitable, and built to last. The first 100,000 is hard, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Focus, simplify, and stay congruent. That's the Say One Thing strategy in action. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and check out marketingedgepod.com. Let's make that first 100,000 and the next happen together.